Hey everybody, good evening, greetings from Flagstaff, Arizona. Local time here is 6:39 p.m. Today once again, it is Friday, not Saturday. Oh boy. Brian LaForge has pointed out that in my earlier videos I said today was Saturday. Not so. Today is Friday, August 21st, 2015. Alright, the temperature here is at 75 degrees. As I said, the local time is 6:39. We are down to 2 hours and 24 minutes available to drive. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to make Gallup, New Mexico. I really was hoping to make it there. But it is what it is, right? I'd like to say hello and greetings to my good friend Matthew So. He's a local resident here in Flagstaff. Hey Matthew, I hope you're doing alright, Matt. I've always loved going through here because of the pine trees. It's kind of unique around these parts, right? Could it be that, is it possible that it's already snowing in the northern routes? Would it be possible? Eesh, good grief. Hey, I'm going to ask a kind of a controversial question here. What would be so wrong of building a similar, like a Great Wall of China, build it around the southern part of the U.S. and protect the border? Now, before you guys get up in arms, let's remember, we often sometimes forget that we think that the Mexicans are the only one that's crossing that border, when in fact it's not so. There are a lot of people that cross that border: drug dealers, terrorism, criminals, you name it. And so what would be so wrong in protecting a country's border? Any country. I mean, it seems like the United States is the only country that is not allowed to protect its border. It's almost like in Israel, they're not allowed to protect themselves. It's kind of weird, right? I mean, here's my take, okay? If I was to do it, this is my opinion. If I was to do it, I'd put up a Great Wall of China like in the southern border, close all the military bases around inside the United States, transfer it all the way down there, whatever it takes to secure that border. That's what I would do. First things first. The second thing that I would do is I would kick out all the illegal aliens that are criminals. The ones that are in prison, the ones that are gang members, the ones that are just sucking the daylights out of the system. You gotta get rid of those guys. Second, whoever is already here and has a really nice job, no criminal record, man, let them stay. As Donald Trump would say, well, we gotta kick them all out. Kick them all out. The problem with that is like this. If we were to do that, we have a law, it's called due process. Can you imagine trying to kick out, what is it, 14 million people of all sorts of people around the world? That would take a very long time for the due process, and it would just really drain the system. So whoever are here, let them stay. They got they got a job. Give them a green card status or a permit to work. That way they can contribute to the system and not drain the system. They don't have to live in fear. And as far as, well, if you're born here, you are a U.S. citizen. It doesn't matter who your parents are, where your parents are from. I still think that if you're born inside the United States, you should be an American. That's my take. I don't know. I don't know what is so wrong about that idea of a country trying to protect its borders. I mean, a country without borders is not a country, isn't it? As I said, before you guys get up in arms, there are many types of illegal aliens that crossed out borders. Not all of them are decent people. And with the rise of jihadists and extremists and ISIS, I really think that southern border should be all closed up. With of course there'll be an immigration somewhat in every couple miles, or well, do it the right way. Every country has an embassy. You want to migrate to the United States, go to that embassy. How in the world did we get to we're not allowed to enforce our laws at the border? We're not allowed to fly the flags at certain areas. We're not allowed to say the Pledge of Allegiance in our own country. I mean, that is just mind-bogglingly stupid, isn't it? Not too long ago, I mentioned that I was gonna vote for maybe Donald Trump, but I don't know, man. I don't think he'd make it. And even if he did, there's this thing going on around that Donald Trump is somewhat a very close ties to the Clintons. I saw a clip the other day where Donald Trump was praising the Clintons, and at one time he was a really big supporter of the Clintons. So the idea of Donald Trump is a plant to defeat all the Republicans. Then when Hillary is already at the top, he'll quit and make Hillary win the election. So there's always that possibility. As far as Hillary is concerned, I for the life of me, I can't understand why people would vote for her. She has been surrounded by controversy after controversy ever since she stepped in and out of Little Rock, Arkansas. I mean, if you think that Obama is the most untransparent president, oh man, I bet you Hillary would be worst. You know, I get it. If you want to vote for the first female president of the United States, I mean, that's a big history. Well, I think Fiorina is a good candidate. But that's just my opinion. Me, I'm tired of voting for politicians. I think I'm going for Ben Carson. I don't think he stands a chance, but that's where my conscience is leading me to vote for. So, what's the worst thing that can happen if Ben Carson doesn't win? Nothing. Well, that concludes our nonsense for today. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Have a good and godly evening, everyone. Peace.